Good morning, my little cookie crumbs, and welcome back to another episode of Hell Spells and Panther Tracks. Oh, so before we begin, I don't know if you guys read my community tab, but I changed up my pen name. I've been using Bella Rose and even Arrow Rose for a little while now, and I kind of wanted to change it up. So I'm just going to be using Rose or Rosie. So it's still me. These are still my stories. I'm just changing my pen name. That's all. All right, let's go. Izuku tried his best to relax after that day. He was released from the infirmary and was able to go back home with the group. He was on edge and on guard. He didn't want to have a repeat of what happened, and neither did they. They did their best to make him feel better and make him feel more welcome, but he just couldn't relax. He just couldn't let his guard down. No matter how much he wanted to, he just couldn't. Not even the tiny girl Eri could get him to lower his barriers. His mom and him had many heart-to-hearts, but nothing that seemed concrete. Izuku just couldn't. He couldn't take abandonment again. Izuku, a voice said. Oh, hi, Yamada. Izuku, honey, come down. Izuku had been sitting in a tree outside of their house. Izuku climbed down carefully and, I want to talk with you, if that's all right. Okay. Follow me. I know a good spot to talk. Hisashi then led Izuku to a small little pond that was in a clearing in the forest. Wow, I never noticed this here before. Mom and I we tried to explore the forest more, but Shota and I come here when we need to relax. The sweet sound of the rippling water, the other sounds of the life around us. Yeah, it's soothing, Izuku interrupted. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it's all right. I was going to say the same thing. Izuku, honey, I know I'm sorry. I'm doing my best, but how about you talk to me about it? Huh? Your abandonment issues. How about you talk to me? Maybe get some of that off of your chest. It might help. Oh, right. As you know, when I was younger, about 2 or 3, my mom abandoned me. My real mom. My Panther mom, she said that I said that my dad was scary and loud. I don't remember much, but I keep having this recurring nightmare where my bio mom, she got hit really, really hard by this really scary man who was blowing smoke out of his nose. Oh? Then what happened? Mom wrapped me up in her arms and took off, and she just left me. She gave me a kiss on the forehead and said, live well, and that was it. She left. I tried to follow her, but I was too little, and my legs were too short. I went back to the alleyway she left me in, and that's where I was for a long time. Until my Panther mom found me. I see. And how does all of that make you feel, honey? It makes me feel confused. Like, I don't know, why did that man do that to her? And why did she have to abandon me like that? Couldn't they have worked something out? Oh, honey. Oh, Izuku, abuse is kind of a tricky thing. Abuse. Hisashi explained it a little more in detail. Izuku shook his head and So, my dad was abusive? I'm afraid so, hun. Your mom, she abandoned me to keep me safe, didn't she? Now how do you feel? Sad? Because now I think, what if I were older? I could have... Honey mun, look at me. Even if you were older, you couldn't have stopped that man. You could have been hurt badly or even worse. Izuku. It's so confusing, Hisashi. I'm confused. I'm angry. I'm upset. I don't know how to deal with all of these feelings. Hey, it's all right. Izuku started sobbing. Hisashi took him into his arms. It's all right not to know, and it's okay to feel these things. Your feelings are valid, little listener. Are they? They are. Let me tell you a story. Long ago, a blonde-haired boy was born. He had a very loud voice, Hisashi started. He told the story about the loud-voiced boy, how he was muzzled because he was too loud, how he ran away from his home and found another with kind-hearted and loving people who took the muzzle off and made sure he was clothed and fed. Not only did they make sure he was clothed and fed, they took him in and adopted him. They gave him all the love in the world. They showed him how people can be very kind and gentle. He was no longer afraid to use his quirk, and soon enough he gained better control. And that's where the boy lived. That boy is you, isn't it? I was born with my quirk, and, well, my parents were not impressed. I kinda deafened them and a few doctors, and they thought my quirk was too destructive. But that was no reason to muzzle you. They could have... I know, honey. But look at me. I'm all grown up and I'm happy. I married the love of my life and I have 2 beautiful children. Soon to be 3, if you allow us. You want me to be your child? Really? You weren't lying? No, honey bun, we weren't lying. I want to... Yes, please. Adopt me and let my mama stay. Of course, sweetie, we would never separate you two. Izuku pounced into Hisashi's arms and hugged him tight while he cried. Hisashi? We're not so different, are we? No, honey, we aren't. And you know, like you, for a while, I too was confused and angry and upset and had all the same emotions. I didn't know how to deal. But you know, I found someone who helped me. Was it your parents? They helped, in their own way. But, Shota, he helped you. Do you think Hitoshi could help me? I think he could do more. Okay. I'll try to be more open. All we ask is that you try, baby. We don't want to force you or anything that you're uncomfortable with. Thank you for that. Come on, let's go back. I'm sure your mother and Shota are getting worried. Yeah, we don't need, a repeat of last time. And don't you dare apologize. I should be apologizing to you for that. But you don't have to apologize. I was the rude one who eavesdropped. Oh, baby, I don't blame you for that. We were talking kind of loudly, as I recall. But still. Come on, honey. There you two are. Where have you been? Izuku and I had a little talk. Oh? In our special spot? Ah, gotcha. Izuku, I feel much better now. Thanks, Hisashi. You're welcome, sweetie. Hitoshi might be looking for you, so go on and go find him. And go find your mother. Tell her you're safe. Okay? Izuku said, going inside. What did you talk about? I told him my story. I mean, after all, we are kind of the same. And how did he? He took it well. He's trying, Shota. I know. We're all trying. And that's the best we can do. Now that he's heard another story and from another point of view, at least the same story from another point of view, hopefully it'll help. All right, my love. Come on, dinner's getting cold. The two went inside and shut the door. Meanwhile, elsewhere. So, any news about my son? No, Dragon. We couldn't find him. Couldn't find him, huh? Where are those heroes? Why haven't you found them yet? Sir, they're doing their best. The child could be hidden. Find him then. Storm every school or whatever if you have to. Start with UA. It's more than likely those heroes work there. Yes, of course. Dragon, an ominous voice said behind him. Are you plotting something? Whatever do you mean? All for one? You know what I mean. Tell me, what's going on? Nothing. Just plotting. Oh? If it's against me, it's not against you. I wouldn't dare. I value life. Good man. Although, I think you might be lying to me. What? Sir, what makes you think? You forget. I have psychic quirks and oracle quirks. I know all. I see all. It's not what you think, all for one. Please. Oh, not what I think. I think you were planning on using your son to go against me. Or shall I say, my son. What? Izuku is mine. He's not... Oh, so that's what she named him. A beautiful name for a beautiful boy. Don't you dare. Your time here is done, Dragon. What? Dragon's head fell to the ground and rolled right next to his fallen body. The eyes still open, wide-eyed and shocked. This is what happens when you cross me. Your people are now mine, Dragon. And my son will soon be returned. Oh, and forgive me for slicing your head. That's what you get for hurting my Inko and my son. All for one snapped his fingers, and the body went up in flames. Soon the entire abandoned warehouse district went up in flames. Soon, Izuku. Very soon. Isn't that right, my beloved Inko? He said to the grave that was nearby. He decided to take the shrine with him for whatever the reason, and vanished into the night. Oh no, what? What? All for what? What just happened? What am I doing? Okay, yeah, ignore that one. Alright guys, I will see you next time. Bye bye!